didn't. We came up short. I felt like our team, to their credit, came back, had a great week of practice, played the game exactly how we wanted to. A lot of great individual efforts, and then just really to be able to close it out there in the way that we did.
Paul?
Is there a lot to be learned from this, Mike, or is it kind of come here, get the job done, and get out?
I mean, every time we come to work, there's something to be learned from practice, game, whether you win, lose. There's a lot to be learned from about when you execute the keys and you do a good job in certain things and situations that we did, and taking advantage of things that they did, mistakes that we can clean up and fix. And we'll do that again after a win and after a loss.
Jim?
And Mike, you guys dominated early, only up 7-3. How important was it to kind of keep your composure, be patient, and then you ended up just kind of running away with it?
Yeah, man, I think our team really settled down. We went for it there down in the red zone, and I thought we could catch them. And then their credit, they made a really nice play, and that falls on me and their ability not to get it. But defensively, we came back, got stops. Punt team, Amani, did a great job executing the fake, complimentary football, getting a stop there at the end of half. Throwing 2 passes and using our timeout. And we got a grounding. All those things add up to helping you win football games. Getting the ball at the second half, being able to double them up there in the manner in which we did.
Terry?
About that, where you managed to get 17 points there at the end of the half in the first drive of the third quarter, Mike. How important was that? And also, can you talk a little bit about the clock management there, especially at the end of the first half, to get that done?
Yeah, well, Roby, I think, forced the intentional grounding, wanted to take the penalty, had the opportunity to decline the 10-second runoff that would come with it. Gave us 19 seconds. They hit a great punt. But then, Corey and Ryan hooked up. Corey got out of bounds. We felt like we were right where we needed to be with 5 seconds and in a down timeout situation. Janu got inside, got down on the ground, called timeout, and then obviously Steven executed it, and then being able to come out in the second half and score. Those are tough to overcome. They chose to take the ball to start the game and converted a few third downs, but we got to stop and block the kick.
Alex?
How you doing, Coach Vrabel?
Doing great. How are you?
Just fine, sir. You know better than most that the NFL is a long season. It's a marathon, not a sprint. How do you keep the guys loose going from week to week to keep their minds focused on the mission at hand?
I mean, I'm probably not the best person about keeping things loose, but I think that they come to work with an attitude to work, and they understand that it is a grind in this league to sustain each and every week. We find out who's healthy. Guys took advantage of their opportunities. I was proud of Ty Smith and what he was able to do. We played a lot of guys in this football game, and there were other guys that took advantage of their opportunity. And I think that the way we handle our meetings in the bubble now, the environment in which we're working under, I'm proud of our guys, the way that they can come in each and every day and learn and prepare.
Joe Rexroad?
Mike, it looked like Derek maybe came over on the 10-minute mark and might have been campaigning for a little bit more work today. What was that conversation, if you can relate any of it to us? But also, what's the formula for you when you have a big lead? You obviously have him going so well. Is it like we get a certain lead and that's just it for him, or was it a tough decision today?
I would tell you that there were more people. Derek, the conversation with Derek and I, went really well. He said, I'll do whatever for the team, and that's what he will always do. There were others that brought it to my attention that he was close to 200 yards. I gave him one opportunity. He took advantage of it. He is about the team. He cares about the team. He puts himself in a position each and every week to be ready to go to carry this team. And so, we're thankful. And I'm not sure what else you asked me about,
Yeah, just when you're up big in a game like that.
I just think you try to get to a feel and look at possessions. We gave up the one score there early, and then we got some other stops, on defensively, and I felt like, that 3-score game, we could get some other guys some work.
Kayla?
Hey, Coach, you mentioned some good individual guys today sticking out. Malcolm Butler, one of those guys who's continued to be really consistent back there with a secondary that's been injured. What has allowed him to do that this year, and what were you impressed with this game against the Jags?
I don't think it's been perfect the entire year. I think Malcolm's had some ups and downs that he would admit to, but he was focused, and he really bounces back well. He stayed focused, and he kept his eyes on his guy. He challenged. He played by the rules. He found the ball on the deep ball, and was able to stay on top of the post and make a play when they threw it down there on him.
Corey?
Coach, you brought up the play selections earlier, the fake punt, the 4th down where you went for it, and then the aggressive play calling before halftime. Did you know going in today you wanted to be aggressive, or did your defense allow you to do it?
I think that's just kind of how we want to try to play the game. I think when you ask the players to come out ready to go, play fast and aggressive, start fast, finish strong, kind of has to reflect that. And again, we're trying not to be reckless. We got a good look on the favorable look on the punt team, and ran a flea flicker, and 2 guys made a play. Ryan and AJ made a play. We had plenty of protection, but they were in man coverage, so it's 2 guys making play.
TD?
Yeah, Coach, getting back to Malcolm Butler, it looked like, 9 targets, two receptions. He, for the most part, traveled with Sharp. How much did what he was able to do kind of set the tone for your secondary?
I think it takes them off their rhythm a little bit when you can disrupt some passes and, get them into some 3rd and longer situations. So, that may change each and every week. But, again, they tried Ty down there on a double move, and we had pressure on, and Ty stayed square, stayed on top, and it was a big stop. Those were nice to see down there. Just us getting some stops down there in the red zone, even though they were, maybe gaining some yards in that extended 2-minute drill.
Gentry?
Yeah, Mike, was this one of the more complete or the most complete performance of the season when you throw in offense, defense, special teams, you think?
Gentry, that's for you to decide. I think I really just like how we came out, tried to execute some of the keys. I think we were ready. I thought we would get some more, just funky formations out of special teams and things that, maybe some reverses or some things like that we didn't get, but I thought we were ready for them. We got into drives offensively and defensively. We did a nice job on 3rd down and also eliminate next plays for the most part. Had a run that was unfortunate, get out of there, and a couple passes.
John Glennon?
Mike, I think this win clinches a 5th straight winning season for the team. 3 straight under you. I know there are bigger goals, but does that say something about kind of the consistency of the franchise at present?
I think it just says we've gotten 9 wins, and we've got a long way to go. We're going to have to go back to work and try to get our 10th win, and then keep moving from there.
David?
Mike, the blocked field goal, was that a product of scheming at all, or just individual effort, and how important to get off the field there with no points on the board?
Huge. It was field was slippery. Field was soft, and we probably got some push, and he slipped and kicked it low, and we got a hand on it. Anytime you can force them to kick field goals and they miss them or we block them, those are good things for us.
3 more. Drake?
Yeah, Coach, going back to obviously the first touchdown there, considering what AJ's kind of gone through in this week to get back to his normal self, also nursing that ankle injury, was it an intention of yours to get him involved early, kind of more of a deceptive move versus going with Derrick Henry straight away? How important was it to get AJ involved to get him that touchdown, but also in comparison to what he went through last week?
he fumbled the ball, twice. So, I mean, you come back, you take care of the football. It wasn't our intent to, the quarterback has the ability to throw it to whoever he wants. And, the only thing we can control is if we get open, and then the quarterback picks and chooses who he throws to. And, on that particular play, he felt like everybody was singled up. He felt like AJ could go up and make a play, which he did. But there was protection that was great. We got into some plays early. We got, just wanted to get that first down and, just happened to throw it there. But, Derek's obviously going to be a large part of what we do going forward.
Buck.
Yeah, Coach, understanding you've seen a lot of impressive Derek performances and that you can't rest on any kind of laurels. Do you get to appreciate it all in real time when he has a big performance like this, or are you just caught up in what's going on with the game?
I appreciate his attitude. I appreciate his leadership, his willingness to do what's best for the team. He cares a lot about everybody, coaches, players. He wants to try to please everybody. And, he puts himself in a position each and every week to be ready to carry that load, and couldn't be happier for anybody's success.
Last one, Luke.
Mike, you guys have had a knack this season for finishing games when you get the lead, just like you did today. What needs to happen for that attitude and mentality to translate into the season itself as you look to finish these last 3 weeks on top of the division?
Every week's a different week, Luke. Every week's a new opponent. I think that's what makes this league great. It's competitive, and it's just a challenge each and every week. They're going to have, Detroit's going to have really good players and scheme that we're going to have to prepare for. So, you can never really take a lull. You can really never, step back and feel like you've somehow arrived. 9 games will not have won us anything in this league. So it'll be important to get healthy and get back to it.
All right, that's everything.